Folks and blokes, what's going on? Today I am going to be doing a Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Gobblegum tier list. Now, a little bit of criteria I want to give for this tier list is number one, how useful the Gobblegum is to the player, and number two, its practical use. Like, how many situations can you find yourself in where this Gobblegum is useful for you? So without further ado, let's get straight into it. The tiers are S, A, B, C, D, and garbage. Because I'm not gonna lie, some of these Gobblegums are pretty terrible and are garbage. So first one on the list, we have Who's Keeping Score, aka the double points. This one's okay, you know, it's fine. You know, it might be a little higher if each map didn't have the shootable power up, but as you know, each map has a shootable power up, and double points is fine if you are really in crunch time to getting fully set up for like a boss fight and setting up to open up the map and whatnot. So it's a solid B tier for sure. It's definitely useful, and yeah, I think B is fine for that. Next up, we have Arsenal Accelerator. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this one is a bit underrated, and in my opinion, I'm gonna put it in A tier. What it does is it charges your field upgrade faster, and this is very useful in a boss fight when, you know, Ether Shroud and whatnot. I always take it in with me to the boss fights now. Very, very useful. A tier for sure. Next up is Anywhere But Here. I'm not gonna lie, it's going into D tier for me. Now, I'm not a speedrunner or anything like that, but if you are, maybe it could be useful for you. I never use it. I don't think it's practically that useful either. I mean, maybe, just maybe, if you are backed into a corner, but that's what Ether Shroud's for, and that's a lot better. Next up is Cashback, the max ammo Gobblegum. I'm gonna put it in B tier as well, for the same reason for the Who's Keeping Score. There's shootable power-ups all around every map in the game. It's very useful though, like if you're about to go into a boss fight, or if you go into a boss fight like the Z-Rex. You know what, for that purpose alone, I'm gonna put it above Who's Keeping Score. I forgot to add in the beginning that they will be ranked within each tier, so I do think Cashback is better than Who's Keeping Score. And yes, it's in B tier. Next up is Crate Power. Now, Crate Power is pretty, I mean, it's useful, yes, but at the same time, the box just isn't very useful. Every time I hit the box, I'm popping a Wonder Bar, or if I'm not, I'm getting an RCXD out of the box. It's absolutely brutal. Crate Power is fine. I mean, C tier feels a little low, but then B tier feels a little high. I'm gonna keep it at the top of C tier, like, but there's a Gobblegum that does the same thing that's just better. Next up is Dead Drop. Now, Dead Drop, what it does is it'll create even more salvage that drops from zombies, and that's very useful when you are setting up and you don't use like a hidden power or anything, or if you need to get a mutant injection or something off of the armory. I'm honestly gonna put Dead Drop in A tier. Now, that might be controversial. It might be a hot take. Use it. Use it. I promise you it makes a difference in salvage, especially when you're setting up. Turn on Rampage Inducer. When you're in spawn, pop the Dead Drop. That salvage is going to climb, baby. And salvage is very important, especially for setting up in this game. For me, it's an A tier. Next up is Explosive Flourish. This is going straight into garbage. Okay, it's terrible. What it does is when you reload your gun, it explodes and it lasts for 2 minutes. Oh, I mean, what's the point? I mean, it's practically useless. I mean, the only way this thing is saving you is if you're in a corner, but hey, there's Ether Shroud. Also, Electric Cherry is a augment for Elemental Pop. I've never used it. I don't plan on using this. It's pointless, and it's going in garbage. Next up is Exit Strategy, and it's also going into garbage. Why? Because what it does for the exfil is there's not as many zombies that spawn in. This thing can really piss off your teammate, and having less zombies spawn in doesn't matter if you pop a mutant injection. I don't know. This Gobblegum is just bad. Don't run it. Next up is Free Fire. This is gonna go into A tier for me, above Dead Drop. I'm gonna put it right behind Dead Drop. I'll probably adjust the tier list at the end, but as you guys know, unlimited ammo for a certain amount of time. This was really, really helpful in the beginning of the year before everyone found all the super meta ways to deal with the boss fights. and it's very useful for the boss fights. And that's like the only situation really I'm ever using Free Fire is if I'm in the boss fight, and I mean those are really important stuff, is the boss fight. So Free Fire for me is definitely an A tier. One of your teammates should run it, or you should run it. Don't be selfish. Next up is Flavor Hex. Now this to me is the definition of C tier. What it does is it gives you a random ultra gobble gum, and for me, most of the time when I run it, I always get a timeout. I've gotten a hidden power from it one time. I've never gotten a perkaholic. It could be S tier, and it also could be, in my opinion, garbage. But for me, it's a perfect top of C tier. Very underrated gobblegum as well. Next up is Hidden Power. That's going straight into S tier. We got our first S tier gobblegum. Now what it does is it makes your gun rarity gold right away. No salvage needed. It's about 9k to maximize your gun. This just does it for you right away. Very, very, very useful in any situation. This for me is an S tier gobblegum. If you disagree, I don't care. But yeah, Hidden Power S tier for sure. Next up we got Idolize here, and honestly it's only really good situation is boss fights, and even then some of them aren't affected by Idolize. So for me, I'm gonna put it at the bottom of B right now. Like I said earlier, it'll probably get moved around this list, but it's pretty useful, especially in some boss fights like the Citadel de Mor one against the Guardian. It can be very useful in that one. Next up is Immolation Liquidation. Now in my opinion, its best use is when you're in a 4-player and everyone has a wonder bar trying to get the ice staff or the Mark II or something. If you're speed running, this is really good, but outside of that, I'm never really ever using this. So I'm gonna have to put it in D tier, right ahead of Anywhere But Here. It's definitely a lot better on BO3. But in this game, when you spawn in with a really good gun or have better wall weapons, there's really not too much use for Immolation, so top of D tier for me. Next up is Killjoy, which is the insta-kill. I'm going to put it right above Who's Keeping Score in B tier. It's definitely very useful in boss fights, and if you're doing the Nathan mini boss like on Terminus as well, it's very useful for helping out with Easter egg steps and all that. So definitely B tier for sure. Like I said, these would rank a little bit higher, but you do get a free shootable power up across every map. Next up is Nowhere But There. I'll put it at the top of garbage because honestly, unless you're speedrunning doing the little canister wire step for Terminus, you're not using this. What it does is it'll teleport you to your down teammate, and most maps you can run to your teammate before they bleed out. Like, you'll never have to use this on Liberty Falls. You won't have to use it on Citadel. Reckoning, you won't have to use it on either. And the Tomb, you definitely don't need it on. Terminus and Shattered Veil are really the only two that could be useful on it. But then again, like, you'd have to be on the complete opposite sides and on a different island for this to be usable outside of speedrunning. So for me, it's garbage. Next up is Near Death Experience. Now it's a little bit different than the Black Ops 3 version because it doesn't do anything in solo. Every time I'm running an Easter egg with the homies, I'm always running this. It's gonna go in the A tier. Yeah, I know, not S tier. It does nothing in solo. If it did have an ability in solo, it would definitely be S tier, but it does not. So A tier for me, Near Death. If you're running an Easter egg with the fellas, run this every time, especially if your friends aren't the greatest of all time. Next up is On the House. Now I'm gonna put this in C tier, right under Flavor Hex, right above Crate Power. Your chances of getting Jug or PhD or Double Tap are slim to none. Okay, not none, but you get what I'm saying. Every time I use it, I'm 9 times out of 10 getting Melee Macchiato. On Citadel, that's cool and whatnot, but it's just the definition of an okay gobblegum. So C tier for me definitely is very worthy and fair in my opinion. Next up is literally the GOAT, Perkaholic. There's always a situation where Perkaholic is useful. I mean, you save points, you have all the perks, you're overpowered as hell right away. It's just the best gobblegum in this game by a long shot. Perkaholic S tier. No explanation really needed. Next up is Power Keg, and it gives you a free full power. I'm gonna put that here, and then I'm also gonna bring Idolize up. I don't know why I had it that low. I'm gonna put it right here behind the, actually, I'm gonna put it above the double points because it'll give you a free ether shroud or whatever field upgrade you're using. It's very useful in boss fights and whatnot. Definitely B tier. Oh, and it's super useful like when you're doing the Shattered Veil step where you have to do ether shroud to find the 3 books. Next up is profit sharing. I'm gonna put this at the bottom of S tier. Yeah, it definitely is fantastic to use. I'm always running this on co-op, you know, turn on the rampage inducer for the first 5 rounds, sit and spawn with the fellas, double points, blah blah blah. You have the whole map opened up afterwards. This is a very useful gobblegum for any type of game, if you're just running just to have fun or if you're doing an Easter egg. Profit sharing is very good. Next up is Phoenix Up. I think it's a little bit worse than Near Death. Man, I don't like my Near Death placement. I'm gonna put Near Death behind Arsenal Accelerator, and I'm gonna put Phoenix Up. I'm gonna put Phoenix Up at the bottom of A tier here. Auto picks up your teammate and they keep all their perks. That's fantastic. You get 1 use of it. That's why it's a little bit down low for me, but it's a very fantastic gobblegum to run. If I'm not running a Near Death, I'll be running a Phoenix Up, or sometimes I run both. Next up is Respin Cycle. That's going into D tier. It's only ever useful if you're using a different gobblegum with it, the Wonder Bar. Outside of that, who cares? Just pick up what you got, drop it, or respin the box again. It doesn't matter. Next up is Raindrops. This is a very good gobblegum. I'm gonna put it here, right underneath profit sharing. It spawns every power up in the game right then and there. Very useful for starting off on a run, or you know, in the middle of a run if you go down and whatnot, or if you just need a reset. If you're doing a very tedious step like the Abomination step on Shattered Veil, pop this. It'll make things so much easier. Raindrops is just very useful for anything. So yeah, S tier for me for sure. Next up is Soda Fountain. Now, compared to its Black Ops 3 form, it got a massive nerf. You only get 1 extra perk when you buy a perk, and I'm gonna put it right here in C tier. Yeah, it's better than on the house. Soda Fountain, you buy a perk, you get 1 with it. It only gets 1 use, which sucks. It got a nerf from Black Ops 3 where you got 3 uses of it, aka the Perkaholic Mini. This one, not even close. So yeah, C tier is fine for Soda Fountain. Oh dear lord, boys, I messed up. I accidentally, gosh, I'm a non-ball knower. I accidentally switched like what I thought they did for each other, the support group and modified chaos. So let me do that. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. My bad. I accidentally had a mix up, guys. I thought support group was what modified chaos was and vice versa. Modified chaos, what it does is its ammo mods cooldowns are not as long, so I mean you'll get a lot of ammo mods rapidly for 2 minutes. I mean, it could be useful in some boss fights, but I just think there's better gobblegums to take with you in boss fights. I mean, I think this is more of a fun one. Yeah, I'm gonna put it at the top of D tier. I don't really ever run this gobblegum, but it's definitely a fun one, but it's not super practical. Next up is stock option. Pulls your ammo from your, not from your clip, but from your reserve. This one's cool. I think Free Fire is better. I'm not putting stock option up there. I'll put it at the bottom of C tier. It's definitely useful, but then, yeah, it's definitely useful. You ain't got to reload. So yeah, bottom of C tier is fine. Next up is Shields Up. This is an S tier for me. In a game where armor is more important than Jug, this gobblegum helps a lot. I'm always running it in boss fights. It refills your armor, and then it also makes your armor twice as strong. It's super useful in any situation, whether you're high rounding, when you have super duper sprinters, or when you're in a boss fight. Shields Up is fantastic. I'm always running it. Next up is Tactical Diffusion. What it does is if you pick up a nuke, it gives you 2,000 points. This one's very situational. You pair it up with Raindrops, profit sharing, all that, you're gonna have a crap load of points. Outside of that, not really too much use for it. I mean, I can't see myself using it over stock option. Actually, I can. I don't really ever use stock option that much because I always just use Free Fire. Tactical Diffusion will go here in C tier. It's not bad. I mean, for the situation that it's used the most in, it's definitely good. So, but there's only ever one situation you're ever using this for. So yeah, C tier for sure. Next up is Temporal Gift. It doubles the time limit on like insta kills, double points, time-based power-ups. This one's very useful, especially if you are, you know, trying to build up all your points to fully max out, fully triple pap, fully get all your perks. I'm gonna put it right above support group, and I can't really put it above these because I mean you kind of need these for this to work. I mean a normal one obviously, but yeah, Temporal Gift feels good right there in B tier. It's a useful gobblegum for just about anything outside of high rounds maybe. Like actually no, it's useful for high rounds with the insta kill, but yeah, it's a solid gobblegum. Next up is Time Out. What this does is it stops spawning stuff in, it takes things away and stops spawning zombies and all that in for 3 minutes, and it doesn't do that in boss fights. Why not? It should definitely be doing that in boss fights, especially since this is an ultra gobblegum. For that reason, it definitely makes some steps easier. It definitely makes some Easter egg steps easier, like that abomination step on Shattered Veil. I'm gonna put it right behind Flavor Hex. Yeah, C tier feels fine with me. I'm gonna put it right behind Flavor Hex. Next up is Wonder Bar. This one is... I'm always using it, but I hate when I do. I always get the damn ray gun, but you get a wonder weapon, so this one has to go in A tier just by default. Even if you do get the ray gun, you're still getting the ray gun. That's still a usable weapon and a solid weapon. And this thing can save you a bunch of time on the Easter egg if you're doing Liberty Falls, or if you're doing Shattered Veil or Terminus, hell, or even the Tomb. Yeah, A tier, bottom of A tier for sure. Seems right. And yeah, I like that placement. Next up is Wall Power. This is definitely better than Crate Power because you have the GS45 on most of the maps on the wall, and then the ASG as well. And you can get a Pack-a-Punch gold rarity gun right away with a box. I mean, it could be any color. So for that, I like it more than Timeout. I'll be honest. I like it more than Timeout. So yeah, I think, man, I think it should be higher, low key. Yeah. Oh, that could be a controversial opinion right here at the top of B tier, but I really do think Wall Power is good because, like I said, you can get the GS45's gold right away or the ASG gold right away. And those are two of the best meta guns in the game. And you can get it Pack-a-Punch gold rarity with a gobblegum. Yeah, definitely top of B tier for sure. There isn't really any other wall weapons worth using this on outside of those two, but like I said, you're getting two of the most meta guns in the game. And last and definitely least is wall-to-wall clearance. What this does is it makes wall weapons 10 points for 30 seconds. Who wasted their time on this? That is actually terrible. That's at the bottom of garbage. This gobblegum sucks. You'll never see me running this. What situation is it useful for? If you have less than 500 points and you're like, man, I need to spin this gobblegum machine. Give me the wall to wall. Its practical use is useless, actually. Yeah, this gobblegum sucks. I mean, maybe it's more useful if you're using a wall power, but I mean, if you have to use another gobblegum to make a gobblegum good, chances are that one gobblegum is pretty bad. And that's exactly what wall-to-wall clearance is. Okay, one change I would like to make is Flavor Hex, because it gives you one of the red gobblegums, and I mean, based on my list, my lowest ultra gobblegum is in C tier. Everything else is in A or S. So I mean, just for that reason alone, it has to go higher. And I play solo mainly, so I'm gonna put it right above Idolize. That'll be my one and only change. Everything else looks to be in the right spot for my opinion. My opinion. If you disagree, sorry. No, I'm not sorry. But yeah, this is my final tier list. Let me know how terrible it is down in the comment section, because I know not everyone's gonna agree with it. But if you guys enjoyed, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all for the recent love and support. I really do appreciate it. But that's all from me today. Have a good one, and goodbye.